that you're all well. I've been reading Facebook posts coming from students and parents expressing their frustration in understanding and answering the learning modules provided to them by the Department of Education. And it's very sad to know that there were students who actually committed suicide due to academic pressures. It is not supposed to be this way because learning is supposed to be fun. But in this pandemic, learning has become deadly. Due to the restrictions of this ongoing pandemic, we are all forced to adapt to the new normal. In this new normal setup, much of the responsibility in teaching the young ones fall into the shoulders of the parents. And the students, on the other hand, have the responsibility for their self-directed learning. But not all of us have the same privileges. Not all of us have the access to the tools like laptops, tablets, cell phones, or even fast internet service to make the access of information easier and to make learning a little bit fun. If there is a silver lining for everything that has happened this year, it's that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to feel lonely. It's okay to feel sadness. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to cry. But it's never okay to take your life. I'm going to share my personal experience on how I became suicidal, but pulled myself and turned my life for the better. I graduated from Western Mindanao State University in Zamboanga City way back 2008 with a nursing degree and with Latin honors in my hand. I immediately passed the board examination and landed a teaching job in one of the universities in the Dapitan City. But barely 5 months into my work as a clinical instructor, I resigned from my job due to work pressures. I came from a very small town in Zamboanga del Norte, and I thought to myself that it's about time to explore the big world in Metro Manila. Pumunta ako ng Manila kasama yung kababayan ko who was applying for a domestic helper job in the Middle East. Doon kami tumira sa bahay ng kanyang recruiter. I applied to several recruitment agencies in Manila, but unfortunately, maski tawag, hindi talaga ako nakatanggap. 1 month into my job hunting, paubos na yung pera ko. I was so desperate for a job na maski siguro trabaho sa isang mall ay tatanggapin ko at that time. But I still continued my job hunting to the point na kakain na lang ako ng buy one take one burger para lang maitawid yung gutom. At that time, usong-uso yung mga call center jobs. There were a lot of BPO companies proliferating in the metro. So I decided to apply. Wala naman siguro mawawala if I'm going to try. Nag-apply ako sa mga call centers malapit sa Makati City. If you're applying for a call center job, you need to undergo 3 phases of tests. Number 1, you need to pass the interview, then the mock call, and then the typing test. During the interview, palagi akong sinasabihan ng mga interviewers that they can barely understand me because I had a very thick accent. Bisaya daw kaayo ko, di good nila masabtan bisag unsaon. Gahi daw kay mulitok og mga pulong. And also, I cannot answer even the most basic question. Like, tell me something about yourself. Hindi ko alam kung paano sasagutin yon at that time. Ganon ako ka-naive and inexperienced. During the mock calls, may tumatawag sa amin na, I don't know, kung foreigner ba or Filipino, basta may accent. And I was not very acquainted with the American accent. So hindi ko nakukuha kung ano yung sinasabi niya. In contact centers, you're not only going to talk, but you're also going to type what your call is all about. So you have to document everything. Napakabagal ko mag-type. So I failed over and over again. Dumating ako sa punto na gusto ko na lang magpasagasa sa MRT sa sobrang kahihiyan. Imagine, an honor college student cannot even get a job. Nakakahiya. Especially sa mga parents ko who really worked hard for me to achieve my goals in life. I was really on the verge of killing myself. Kasi hindi ko matitiis at hindi ko matatanggap that I was fast becoming a failure. A failure in the face of my parents. A failure in the face of my school where I came from. And a failure in the face of my friends. Nung mga panahon na yun, usong-uso pa yung mga classified ads. If you're looking for a job, every Sunday, may mga classified ads sa mga dyaryo, like in Manila Bulletin. At doon mo mahanap kung sino yung mga possible na employers mo. One Sunday, may nakapost doon about call center training. So nag-apply ako, and fortunately, natanggap ako as one of their trainees. Mabait yung trainer namin, si Ma'am Lani. She had a vast experience in the PPO industry, and she was very patient. Yung mga kasamahan ko sa training sometimes would laugh at me kasi nami-mispronounce ko yung mga words like nick and neck, bird and beard. Ang Bisaya kasi walang malumanay na word. Lahat matitigas. And I carried that way of pronunciation. Kaya nahihirapan talaga ako at the start of the training. Unti-unti, I learned the necessary skills needed for the call center industry. And after 2 weeks of training, I was awarded as the most improved. Kasi nag-improve naman talaga ng malaki the way I pronounce the words, the way I speak, the way I type, and the way how I present myself to my interviewers. And after the training, I landed a job in Teleperformance Philippines. And I worked there for almost 2 years. During my first year of work, pahirapan talaga. Because I lived in FTI in Taguig City, had to wake up at 4 p.m. to report for work at 7 p.m. And during the rush hours, yung papalabas na halos lahat ng mga empleyado, talagang sobrang sikip ng EDSA. Naranasan kong masampal sa MRT, naranasan kong matulak kasi sobrang payat ko, naranasan kong tumayo sa bus from the time na sumakay ako hanggang makaabot ako sa Mandaluyong. Naranasan kong maulanan, naranasan kong mabahaan, naranasan kong mahimatay sa loob ng MRT dahil sa sobrang sikip. Matiniis ko yun for about a year. And after that, I transferred my residence from Taguig to Pasig City. Doon sa bahay na tinirhan namin sa Pasig City, 4 kami ng mga call center agents. Yung isa kasama ko sa work, tapos yung 2 sa may Taguig naman yung call center nila. Sa sobrang tiwala ko sa mga tao, every month, yung share ko sa house rent, binibigay ko sa kanila. And one day, bigla lang nawala yung 2. And I was so caught off guard. During that time, wala pa akong savings. And the landlady would always ask me to pay for the months na hindi nabayaran. I felt betrayed dahil nagtiwala talaga ako sa kanila. I gave them my monthly due religiously. Hindi ako pumapalya sa bayad sa bahay kasi ayokong manirahan sa ilalim ng tulay. Dahil hindi nabayaran yung ilang buwang upa sa apartment namin, pinalayas kami ng landlady. At that time, dumating yung kapatid ko from the province. Doon siya nakikitira sa akin. Wala akong savings. Ay napilitan kaming tumira sa isang maliit na bahay sa may squatter area while working as a call center agent. May isa akong American customer who casually asked me, what was my dream? Ang sabi ko, I really wanted to become a doctor. But becoming a doctor is impossible. Kasi nga galing ako sa isang mahirap na pamilya. And then, sabi niya, there is no such thing as an impossible dream. And she advised me to seize the day. So parang natauhan ako doon. And after 3 months of pondering, I resigned from my job and I went back to the province. Nung dumating ako sa Mindanao, biglang nagbago yung plano ko. So instead of going to a medical school, I enrolled to become a teacher, an educator. But na-realize ko, teaching is really not for me. So I quit and I jumped back to being a nurse. Nagtrabaho ako bilang isang volunteer nurse sa isang malaking hospital sa Dipolog City. During that time, kung nurse ka, parang nagmamakaawa ka sa mga hospital to admit you for a volunteer work for you to gain experience. Para kasing dami ng mga nursing graduates at lahat gustong makapasok sa hospital. So instead of being hired with a salary, I offered myself for a voluntary work para magkaroon lang ng experience. And after 3 months, I quit my post. At pumunta ako sa isang mas maliit na hospital in Dapitan, still as a volunteer nurse. And then, I stopped again. Tapos biglang nagkaroon ng hiring ang Department of Health for the RN Hills program nila. While working there, doon ko nakilala yung isang nurse who had a daughter na doctor. Ang sabi niya, there are government institutions or state universities na may Doctor of Medicine degree, but hindi ganun kamahal. So I researched sa mga state universities in the country at doon ko nahanap yung Mindanao State University. So I went to Iligan and inquired about their program. At doon ko nalaman na hindi pala ako basta-basta nila tatanggapin, not unless I'm going to take the prerequisite subjects. So I have to take genetics, embryology, biochemistry, and trigonometry. So I spent 6 months para makuha ko yung mga prerequisite subjects at mapasa before I will be admitted sa Mindanao State University. And natapos ko naman yon for 6 months. But again, I changed my mind. Instead na sa Mindanao State University ako mag-aral ng medisina, I went to Iloilo para doon ako pumasok as one of their medical students. And I got admitted at West Visayas State University College of Medicine way back 2013. And here I am right now. I am a full-fledged doctor working sa bayan na aking kinalakihan. I didn't have any clue na sa kahaba-haba ng aking pinagdaanan, dito pa rin ako mapupunta sa bukid na aking sinilangan. Not all of us will have a straight path. Marami sa atin, paliko-liko yung kalsadang daraanan. Marami sa atin will lose hope along the way. Marami sa atin iiyak. Marami sa atin magugutom. marami sa atin mababahaan. Marami sa atin mawawalan ng mga kaibigan. We all have our different clocks. And we will shine at the right time. Hindi karera ang buhay, kaya huwag tayong magmadali. Ang lahat ng paghihirap mo ngayon will be your stepping stone to become a better person. So sa mga kabataan ngayon na nag-aaral, just go on. Go slowly if you must, but never give up. Things will get better in time. At balang araw, magpapasalamat ka na hindi mo tinigil ang iyong paglalakbay.